The Atlanta Falcons have traded away their former first-round pick in 2018, Calvin Ridley, to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This was a shocking move that nobody expected. The Falcons exercised Calvin Ridley's fifth-year option prior to the 2022 season, but he was indefinitely suspended for gambling on a parlay bet. He gambled that the Falcons would beat the Jaguars, and oh my goodness, now he's a Jacksonville Jaguar. And what's crazy about this is that Calvin Ridley got in trouble for gambling, and this move for the Jacksonville Jaguars is a complete gamble. So as of right now, the Falcons get a 2022 fifth-round pick, and they also have the chance to get a 2024 second-round pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's how it basically goes. If Calvin Ridley makes the Jags roster next year, then that 2024 draft pick becomes at least a fourth-rounder, and if he plays a significant amount in 2023, it gets bumped up to a third, and if he signs a new contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars, that 2024 pick can be a second-round pick. That is huge, and that is crucial for both the Falcons and the Jags. But this is kind of a win-win for the Falcons. Ridley was not counting against the Falcons' salary cap this year because he forfeited his salary due to the indefinite suspension. So the Falcons are basically saying, hey, we're getting rid of this guy for a fifth-round pick, and if he doesn't play at all for the Jags, then hey, we just get a fifth-round pick for this guy who we're probably going to move on from anyways because he only had 1 year deal left on his contract. And if he does ball out with the Jags, oh well, yeah, AFC team gets this guy. At least it's not an NFC team, and then we get a second-round pick in compensation for that. And originally, the Falcons only spent a first-round pick on this guy, so you're almost getting that same amount of draft capital for Calvin Ridley. But I gotta feel bad for Cordell Patterson. At that last game against the Carolina Panthers, he was wearing a free Calvin Ridley shirt because it's BS that players like Calvin Ridley are suspended for just gambling on some parlay bet, something that's not even that significant. When you got players like Alvin Kamara for the Saints assaulting people in the offseason and still playing on the field and making tons of money this year. But Cordell Patterson seems upset about this trade. Patterson is still on the books for the Falcons next year, so he'll be playing there next year and is probably hoping to be playing alongside Ridley next year as well. And the Falcons have had a lot of receivers make plays who are on 1 year deals. You have Zacchaeus making tons of plays. Damiere Byrd balled out last game, and both of these guys just have 1 year left on their contract, in addition to Cordero Hodge too, only has 1 year left. Bryan Edwards, however, who was traded from the Raiders to the Falcons this past offseason, actually has his 2020 rookie deal going into next year as well, so he'll be on the Falcons next year unless he's released or traded away. And what's shocking is Bryan Edwards has actually had the least amount of targets out of all the wide receivers on the Atlanta Falcons, even though he appears to be healthy. So it is a little shocking that the Falcons move on from Ridley like that, because they could have got him back next year on that 1 year deal worth $11 million. But maybe they want to give Damiere Byrd, Zacchaeus a second contract and draft another receiver to complement Drake London. And we know the Falcons have had trouble at cornerback. AJ Terrell was out this past game against the Carolina Panthers. Casey Hayward's been on IR. So the Falcons needed to improve the secondary any way they can in order to have some kind of playoff run and perhaps win the division in the NFC South. And they made a great move right here, trading a 7th-round pick to the Chiefs for Rashad Fenton, the cornerback drafted in the 6th round in 2019 by the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are activating Trent McDuffie this week, so that kind of makes sense that they needed to unload one cornerback, so they do save some cap room here. And the Falcons don't really give away much. They're giving away a conditional 7th-round pick. That's not really much, and it gives them another member of the secondary to step in while they're battling injuries at the cornerback position. I think this is a great move, high value in an immediate time of need for the Atlanta Falcons. And maybe they still want a 7th-round pick. That's okay. They went ahead and traded away Dean Marlowe, the safety, to the Buffalo Bills for that same 7th-round pick that they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Falcons made deals today with 3 different AFC teams, and Dean Marlowe has not seen the field that much this year. He did see the field last game due to injuries to Hawkins, but prior to that game, he did not see the field much at all, and he was actually only on the field for 3 pass plays the entire year prior to this previous Panthers game. Marlowe did play a full season in 2021, but head coach Arthur Smith must have decided that he's not too impressed with this guy and decided to send him away. So big decisions, moving on from Calvin Ridley, putting that in the past for the Atlanta Falcons, getting a cornerback that you need in a desperate time of need for little to no draft compensation, and sending away a backup strong safety, returning back home to the Buffalo Bills where Dean Marlowe played in 2018 to 2020 to make sure you have a full draft ahead for the 2023 offseason. So the Falcons are in a prime position here. You can still make the playoffs, win the division in the NFC South, and then you have a lot of late round round picks to fill your roster needs. They got the first, second, third, fourth, the regular draft picks, but then you got the fourth round pick from the Julio Jones trade, also the fifth round pick from the Calvin Ridley trade, and then 3 seventh round picks. You can find a lot of great depth pieces, try to prevent some guys from being UDFAs and signing to any random team, snag them before they hit free agency. We're a brand new channel trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more NFL content. My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.